Insurance premium rises are perhaps the biggest rip-off for Australian consumers of any. So what's the scam with insurance? Here we are rabbiting on about Woolies and Coles ripping us off and electricity bills going through the roof. When the price of insurance, it's up in the clouds. Nobody's talking about it. Why is this? Insurance premium rises are perhaps the biggest rip-off for Australian consumers of any. In percentage rise terms, even bigger than the gas cartel in overall dollar terms. Premiums are through the roof. And as our correspondent, Joel Gibson, a consumer prices expert, pointed out over the Easter weekend in his story, The Silent Bill Killer on the Insurers, Suncorp has just posted a 534% increase in profits from flogging car and home insurance to consumers. 534%. How good is that for investors? Not, of course, for everybody else. And we're going to tell you in a few quick minutes what the scam with insurance is. And yes, it's a scam because you see, so very few people actually know what is going on. Less than any other industry, in fact. Insurance premiums have been jumping on average by about 15%. Many people are stung by increases of 50%. Yet there is no visibility and there's no criticism, or very little, of this rampant overcharging. Why? Well, fuel retailers have to post their prices on 3-metre road stop signs and also now on government apps as well. Supermarkets have to post their unit prices on every shelf or website. Energy retailers must publish every publicly available offer on a government website. But insurance pricing? Well, this is a private matter between customer and provider. Because everyone's premium rises on a different day of the year, there is no spotlight on the way that there is, say, health insurers on April the 1st or energy retailers on July the 1st. Insurance? It's just, trust me, bro, it's a black box. How do they justify it? They argue, this is the spiel, this is the argument. It's very tenuous. They argue that they are different, that insurance is a different industry, which it is. All industries are different. They say, you just wouldn't understand. We're not going to be transparent because it's too complicated for your little minds to understand what is going on. And, yes, and it's another cosy duopoly, oligopoly situation. 2 companies own 2 out of 3 retail customers in Australia. And they have all sorts of different nice brand names like Bingle, but they're all owned by 2 or 3 companies. In general insurance, home and car insurance mostly, there are the biggies. There's Suncorp, which is the home of AAMI, GIO and APIA. And there's IAG, home to NRMA, CGU, SGIO and RACV. And then there's QBE, which is the 3rd player and the darkest, blackest black box of all. And then there's health insurance and travel insurance, but that's another story. Let's not go there today. Let's not get started on health insurance. What a racket. The point is here to say that insurers have got everybody conned with this you don't understand caper. We are different. And it goes right to the top. You see, as a younger reporter, we used to cover these insurance company profit results and so on a bit. And it dawned on us early on in the piece, chatting to people, going to presses and analyst briefings and so on, that even the smartest investment analysts, the most connected, did not really know what was going on either. They just plugged the numbers into their spreadsheets and they were told, yes, you're a bit high there, you're a bit low there. That's what they call a black box. So who did know what was going on? Who does know what's going on? Well, we were told at the time, QBE back in the day, that it was probably only 2 people who knew where all the bodies were buried, what the real costs and risks were. And those 2 people were the chief executive, Frank O'Halloran, and the chief actuary, a bloke called Neil Drabst. But you see, it's all about taking secret bets on risk. They get the money in the door from the customers. You can see that bit. They invest in shares and bonds and they make a return. You can see that bit too. But the bit you can't see is their risk book. The bit you can't see are all the deals they are doing to offset or outlay their risk. Nobody knows this except for a couple of people at each company. Chief actuary, finance director, CEO. The directors, the non-executive directors, the mob, which are paid, a couple of hundred, 300,000 a piece to drink fine claret and go to 12 meetings a year. They just do as they're told. They wouldn't have a clue. Too complicated. They'd just be told, trust us, bro. We have reinsurance. You see, the insurance companies offset their risk with reinsurance companies like Swiss Re, a minute taxpayer in Australia, though a global multinational. So when a cyclone or a flood hits, or what they call a long tail event, such as the terrorist attacks on 9/11 in New York, to which QBE and everybody through these reinsurance bets were exposed, the insurers will take a hit. These are real costs. But what you don't know is how far they are covered. You don't know their exposure, let alone the side letters which came out in the HIH Royal Commission, the insurer that bit the dust early this century. And it's complicated. It is complicated. The smartest maths dudes of all are employed, the actuaries, to do the hard maths on various bits of the book, but they too only know about their particular bits. They don't have the overall risk picture either. Only the chief actuary does. So there may be 20 people in the country that really know what is going on, but they only know about their own company's risk, say QBE, IAG or Suncorp. Suncorp, of course, has just incredibly been taken over by ANZ. That's going to be a dodgy bet. What we don't know is how solid their cover is. Now, there's a parliamentary inquiry going on now, and it would be good to see the insurers forced to be more transparent on price, to be held to account by consumers. It's good enough for all the other sectors, the retailers, the energy providers. Why not insurance? The black box sector. Thank you for your support. Please like, share and comment in the space below.